Hang on a minute. Okay.
Huh?
It's all right. I'm Leah. I've been married to my husband, Ken, for 54 years. We have 3 grown sons. And we're all just overwhelmed by the condition of our house. I come through the front door, that's our entrance hall. Off to the right is a breakfast room, but it's stacked up, obliterating the doorway. We can't get in and use it. Turn to the left, and we walk through about half of the living room and then make a sharp right again over into the dining room, which heads into the kitchen. And off of the kitchen, there's a hallway that leads to the 2 bedrooms and the bathroom at the back end of the hall.
I'm Ken, and I'm Leah's husband. On the left and the right are just piles and piles and piles stacked up 6 to 7 feet tall of all kinds of stuff that Leah has purchased and piled. Some of it's usable stuff and some is junk.
When I get tired of cleaning up or straightening or sorting, I just sit on the bed. One of the things I've collected a lot of is yarn. So I've started making afghans, which takes up quite a bit of yarn. Then I watch TV while I'm doing my yarn crafts. Amongst the things that I like to collect besides just the craft items is dachshund items. Almost anything red, white, and blue. Just part of my upbringing to be proud and of your country and respect it. It's mostly just stuff that I thought I would make use of and then didn't have an immediate use, so they got put in a pile, and then eventually something else got put on top of it. Then I forgot about having what was underneath and I couldn't get to it. So lots of times then I bought some more.
I'm Dr. Robin Zazio. I'm a licensed clinical psychologist, and I specialize in helping people who are struggling with hoarding behaviors.
Heard you were coming.
Yes. Is it okay if I come in?
Sure, come on.
Okay. Leah opens the door, and I'm immediately struck by the amount of stuff. I'm thinking this is a miracle, that there's been no fire and that no one has died in this hoard. Walking in here, there's one word that comes to mind, and
A mess.
well, it's actually quite remarkable, but I'm curious, when you're out shopping, are you thinking about where you could use it or how you could use it? Because there's really no usable space in this house.
I try to only buy what I can have a place for and make use of.
Mm-hmm. And so let's talk about that in terms of making use of. This room goes probably at least 6 feet back. So when we buy things, typically we think, okay, I'm gonna buy this because I can use it, I have an idea where I'm gonna put it, that sort of thing. But all that stuff that is behind this wall right now, you don't have access to, right? And so it really isn't usable stuff. She's thinking, I have a place for this, but there was no point at which Leah began to realize that, wait, I already have 5 of these, or wait, I already have a hoard in my house, I need to stop. And that's one of the hallmarks of hoarding disorder, is they lose that insight. What does all this stuff mean to you?
Don't know much of anything right now.
Is all of this stuff filling a void of any kind for you?
I had one friend tell me one time she thought I collected things because I didn't have many friends and I could count on the things. Which there might be some truth to it.
Did you used to have friends and then they just kind of...
I've never been one to have many friends.
And why is that? Is it something that you want?
I wouldn't know because I've never had a bunch of them.
Okay. And so one of the things that we're going to do a lot of work on is what we call reframing and looking at things differently, because you want to be happy with what you have, but at the same time, everything that you have is really making you very unhappy.
In some ways, but, you know, it's not an immediate concern, so it got shoved to the back burner.
It's the first day of the cleanup, and Leah's gonna set the pace. We're gonna have a morning meeting and just see how she's doing. Then we're gonna get started. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Leah, this is a big day for you. How you feeling? Leah, you doing all right? How you feeling today?
I'm okay.
Leah's body language is speaking volumes. Her eyes are closed, she's got her fist on her cheek, and she will not make any eye contact.
Ken, how are you feeling?
I'm pretty good.
Yeah?
I'm hoping that 4 days from now or whenever, I can be in the house and look around and say, wow, this is great.
Yes.
Okay, all right, that's the attitude we're looking
Yes.
for.
We're gonna get our supplies, Leah, and I will meet you back at the front door, okay? All right, let's get started.
Great.
Grab a box. Let's try not to avalanche everything in there as best you can. Try to work from the top.
What you want to be thinking about is, what do you and Ken need? Leah, anything that you want to keep in there?
Wide mouth bottles.
Wide mouth bottles?
Yeah, like that one and this one, because you can put ice cubes down in them when I carry water with me.
You want to put ice cubes in this to drink? By the end of this whole process, you'll probably have more of these that you've drinking out of. So can we agree that anything that comes out of the house can go, with respect?
No, I want to keep at least 6 of them, the wide mouth ones.
Okay.
Oh, that's a brick. Well,
half
it
of
should
a
go
brick.
on our brick pile outside. Keep.
You want to keep a broken brick?
Yes.
I'm frustrated. I'm bothered. I'm upset. She's got to change her way of thinking so that we can get some real progress and make their house livable again. Because this is unsustainable.
Come look at the freezer. We have to address this. I know you don't believe in expiration dates, so I guess what we're saying is you want to keep all this?
I don't know, but I don't want to take time right now with you guys here to do that.
We've got insects in there. We've got a lot of mold. I want to be really clear that you are intending to go through this to see if
Yes.
there's any good usable
Yes.
food.
Yes.
It's destroyed.
Everything's decomposing.
It's decomposing and it's contaminated.
You are a nurse. How come you don't see the dangers in this stuff? Why would you want to go through this? Tell me one thing you would want to keep in there.
The nutmegs.
Where?
Right there.
Why do you want to keep this?
I use nutmeg all the time from Thanksgiving through the winter.
You haven't used this in how many years?
So it's
How do you know it's not
sealed,
gonna
it's
hurt?
not molding.
Mom is wanting to keep some of the food and some of the containers that's in that freezer. It's mind-boggling. Honestly, I'm a little concerned. Is that the beginning of dementia creeping in? That kind of disconnect for self-care is...
Let's get Ken in here. Let's get your dad in here.
I'll get him.
Hey, Ken. I have brought her in to show her the freezer, and she insists that even though this freezer doesn't work, she is insisting on keeping this.
She said she wants to keep this?
Yes. She said, do not touch my freezer. I want to keep the food. I want to clean the food. I want to keep what food I can. And I want to keep all the containers that are in there, as well as the blue ice packs.
I'm sorry, she's worse off than I thought.
Yes.
Yes. So if she wants to keep this,
Ooh, stinks.
okay, if she wants to keep that, then you can now see why she's having so much trouble with all the other stuff.
Yeah. How that is valuable to her is incomprehensible.
No kidding.
The way we operate is we don't get rid of things without somebody's permission, but this is half your food, half your freezer. Do you give permission for Corey's team to get rid of this?
Yes.
Okay. So if you could please tell Leah that you have made an executive decision, the freezer is going, and then Corey and his team can make it happen. Lay down the law there, Ken.
So the cleaners have just arrived. They're going to start cleaning the areas of the house that we were able to declutter. Hopefully they can get to some more by the time we get done with other rooms. It's the mad rush where the cleaners are doing their job. We have some staging going on. We've now finished everything, and we're going to bring the family in to see the newly decluttered home.
Hello, family.
What do you think?
Oh, it's wonderful.
Is this the kitchen?
Leah, how you feeling? Give us one positive.
There's lots of room.
Yay! And you got your walker in here.
Yep. Come on in, Leah.
Wow.
So a little different in here too, Leah.
Haven't seen any of this furniture for years.
I've never seen this part of the floor ever in my entire life.
Well, you did when you were tiny, but
That's where your crib was.
I was in a crib right there.
And what do you think of the bed you're sitting on? You don't have to crawl over each other to get in and out anymore.
it's got to be moved this way so he can get in on the other side.
Well, he can. There's plenty of room.
If he could get in before, he can get in now. Let's be serious. He just doesn't need a trapeze to do it.
I can't tell you how relieved we are that they now have a safe place to live. Mom played hardball, but in the end, we got what we needed to get done. She did good. Very proud of her.
I do appreciate everybody's help.
Thank you, Leah.
Thank you. That means a lot.
It does mean a lot. All of you can now spend time in this newly decluttered home.
Enjoy, you guys.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Enjoy. Okay.
Thanks for being a fan of Hoarders. And subscribe to A&E for more videos and click the links around me to watch more.